It was a moonless night, and clouds covered the sky like a dark shroud. The rain came down in heavy bursts, pounding on the wooden roof as if to warn him of something. But Marcos was not one to be easily frightened. He had rented that cabin lost in the woods to disconnect from the world, to enjoy a few days of solitude and tranquility. Or at least, that's what he thought. He lit the fireplace and dropped his backpack on an old leather sofa. The cabin was rustic but cozy. His eyes roamed the walls decorated with deer heads and sepia photographs of old hunters. There was something unsettling in their gazes, as if they were watching him. He shook his head and poured himself a glass of whiskey to calm himself. The creaking of the floor behind him chilled his blood. He turned sharply, but no one was there. Only the old wooden table and the rain-swept window. He laughed nervously. "The wind," he said to himself. But something inside him knew it wasn't the wind. Marcos decided to check the cabin. He opened the bathroom door. Nothing. He looked under the bed, empty. He took a look in the small pantry, just cans of food and utensils. He breathed a sigh of relief. "I'm alone," he muttered. A flash of lightning illuminated the room for a split second, and in that flash, he saw him, a figure at the window, motionless, watching him. Marcos's heart stopped. He jumped to the door and locked it. "Easy, easy," he repeated to himself. He looked at the window again, but no one was there anymore. Maybe it was a reflex, he tried to convince himself, though fear gripped his chest. He crawled under the covers with the fireplace crackling softly. The rain was still pounding on the roof. His eyes began to close until he heard a sound, a whisper. "Let me in." Marcos jumped to his feet. The voice was coming from the window. He refused to look. He closed his eyes and covered his ears. "It's not happening," he said to himself over and over again. But the sound of the door slowly opening made him scream. He didn't remember leaving it unlocked. Something was coming into the cabin. The fire in the fireplace flickered violently. The silhouette was there, at the foot of his bed. She didn't run. He did not scream. Because he understood something terrifying. He was never alone in that cabin, and he would never get out of there. Translated with Deep El Calm, free version.